Hi, I'm Yasmine and I'm a Gen Z.
And I'm Sophie, and I'm a millennial.
And we do a podcast together called On Wednesdays We Wear Black, but we also react to different music videos and bands from the 90s to the 2000s and all the bands that I missed as a Gen Z and Sophie grew up with as a millennial. And today, Sophie, what band are you introducing me to?
Today, I have got a hardcore band for you, Yasmin. How do you feel about hardcore?
I love hardcore. I love hardcore
Okay.
very, very much.
This band had a huge impact on me. I think because I was a metalhead, and this is a band that I wasn't as much into the hardcore scene, but this band kind of crossed over because they used to go on tour with a lot of metal bands as well. We're going to be celebrating Hatebreed. Do you know much about them?
Hell yeah, brother. I know a lot about them. I've never actually taken the time to listen to them, and I feel really bad. And I've always put it off, and now it's like it's been so many years, and I'm like, I can't just start now.
Well, yes, we're going to start now. We're going to start today listening to Hatebreed. I might get some hate from the people watching this, from
You might get some hate breed.
some yeah. I might get some hate from the OG Hatebreed fans because I'm not going for their most streamed song, but I'm going for a song that I think will appeal to a new listener. If you disagree, feel free to put it in the comments. So Hatebreed started in 1994. They were one of the big bands in that like East Coast hardcore scene. They are a band that are just endlessly positive. They talk about the real shit. Like in the 2000s, in that era, we weren't talking about mental health the way we are now.
Yeah.
But Hatebreed, they were laying it all out there.
I love that. Okay, I'm really excited. Oh my God.
So this song takes us to 2002. Yasmin, the reason you've not heard it is because you were how old?
3.
Okay. This isn't like, it's not really up there with 3-year-olds listening habits, is it? Let's be honest.
I wish more 3-year-olds would listen to Hatebreed. I think fuck Cocomelon, fuck Peppa Pig, stick on a bit of Hatebreed. I'm sure your kids will turn out fine.
And it is positivity. Okay, so this song is Hatebreed, I Will Be Heard.
To my feet, wipe your spit from my face, wipe these tears
God
from my
damn.
eyes. Now is the time for me to rise to my feet.
Woo! Oh, the stank face is so
It's
permanent. I
it is
can't
so stanking.
fucking hell. That's like I feel like I've got whiplash. The stank face it hurts. Stanking so hard. That's crazy. Let's rewind that for a second.
Do your stank face to the camera. My stank face is so ugly. It's so like I can't even. I try to control it. I try and be cool, like one of those TikTok girlies that are just like, but I can't. I have to like go off.
Face.
I have to.
This is so naughty. Mine is like
That's
beautiful.
Wipe your spit from my face, wipe these tears from my eyes. I've got to take my life back, one chance to make it right. I've gotta have my voice be
Oh
heard
hell yeah.
and bring meaning to this life.
Oh my god.
I trusted for the
Oh,
pain,
circle pig.
I've been tried and tested,
crazy.
but I won't accept defeat.
What did you say this came out? 2002?
2002.
This must have rocked the boat in 2002. 20 years ago. Over 20 years ago now.
How jealous are you that you were not like able to go off in the club to this song? Like I was even too young to be going to the club when this was released, but later on in later years, this was still getting played, as you
I
can
think
imagine.
babies were conceived to this music.
Of course, at some point, but
That's
also gross.
crazy. That's crazy. Imagine
I'm
being
sure.
like, yeah, you're a hate breed baby.
I'm sure Jamie Jaster won't mind.
Good things I regret, and it's time to reverse the roles. Now I just wanna make good on all the promises I have made. I will be, I will be,
Good lord! Damn! What the fuck? That's great. Run
Is
that
it like?
shit back.
Can you imagine like just being at a gig and chanting that I will
that
be
shit back.
heard?
just wanna make good on all the promises I have made. I will be, I
nasty. That is diabolical.
Isn't it?
That's disgusting. That's subterranean levels of
It's
dirty.
dirty.
That's
It
fucking
is.
crazy. How did people listening to this for the first time in 2002 not like explode on the spot? Like, that's fucking crazy.
Why do you think that hardcore dudes are so ripped today? As if this music doesn't just like take you to the gym. Like instantly, you don't even know what you're doing and you're just like, I am going to the gym. It gives you so much hype.
That's so crazy.
Well, me, I will be on. Now is the time for me to rise
Oh,
to
it's a
my
banger.
feet. Wipe your spit from my face, wipe these tears from my eyes.
Ooh! Oh, I love a slutty little guitar. Yeah. Slutty little guitar. Love a slutty guitar song
For the worst, we prevail, so our voices will be heard. For the worst, we prevail, so our voices will be. Now is the time for me to rise to my feet.
I'm speechless.
Wipe your spit from my face, wipe these tears from my eyes. Now is the time for me to rise to my feet. Wipe your spit from my face, wipe these tears from my eyes. I've got to take my life back, one chance to make it right. I'm gonna have my voice be heard and bring meaning to this life. Cause
Nice.
I've trusted for nothing, I've been led astray.
Nice.
I've been tried and tested,
I have so many questions, but I'm going to leave them till the end.
but I won't accept defeat. I've done things I regret, and it's time to reverse the roles. Now I just wanna make good on all the promises I have made. I will be. I will be. I will be heard. I will be. I will be heard. Now is the time for me to rise to my feet. Wipe your spit from my face, wipe these tears from my eyes. I will be.
That is crazy. I have so many questions.
I actually haven't listened to that for about 10 years and I just had such a lovely time. It's like, yeah, that was lovely. I always quote it. It's one of those songs that if you're from that era, you end up quoting. So like when you're with your partner or whatever, it'll be like, right, okay, we got to go. And you go, no, here's the track. And you start singing. Or maybe that's just my relationship.
I mean this in the nicest way possible.
Yeah.
I mean this in such a nice way because I enjoyed that. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. Watching that room full of people mosh, I can smell that room from here. Like,
Do you
I
know
know
what-
that was 20 years ago.
Yeah.
I can smell it from here.
They were known as like having some of the most violent shows, Hatebreed, because I think, yeah,
Really?
because it attracted those people who were just in pain, and they were just they were identifying with those
Yeah, not
lyrics.
gonna lie, I would go to a Hatebreed show to get beaten the shit out of, like, low key. on a real one, guys. If I was like, damn, I need my shit rocked, let me go to a Hatebreed show.
Oh, that's not a tasty. That's not like a sweet little. Yay! Let's all mosh in.
No,
That
no,
was
like
like
punched
that
in
was
the
dirty.
face, punched in the face,
That was
kind of beat, slammed into the ground.
Ambulances. Yeah.
So the guy who sings is Jamie Jaster, right?
Jamie Jaster.
I
Yep.
know Jamie Jaster. I've seen him
From the
online.
podcast, of course. You will have
Yes.
seen Jamie's podcast. Yes.
But I hadn't made the connection. It's really funny because I obviously grew up in the wake of all of these bands. So like it's the same with Sapling Pod. I didn't know who the Blackout were. I just thought Sean Smith was just some guy who did a podcast. It turns out he has a band. But this is cool. This is cool. So this is what Jamie Jaster did before his podcast.
I have a bone to pick with him though,
Oh,
because due to this band, this song, there is a whole era, and it was also to do with the NBA, but there is a whole era that I was wearing sweatbands, and it's like, it wasn't a good fashion choice, unless you're on stage, you know, you're sweating. I get it. When you're just like, I'm a girly going to the club. Why was I wearing sweatbands? Why with like cowboy boots? Like, please, the 2000s.
oh my God.
The 2000s were a bad time, Yasmine. They were a bad time. If you ask for photos, the answer is no. So
Well, I can successfully say I'm now a Hatebreed fan, and I'm sorry I
Yay!
didn't get into them sooner.
but it's okay
wasn't
because now is
born.
the time.
Now is the time. I will be
Hey!
heard. There you
You
go.
will. They will be heard. Okay. I'm so glad you enjoyed it. If you've got any suggestions of bands that I should introduce Yasmine to, please write them below. Don't forget, we didn't play the whole video. We're not going to play the whole videos because we get banned. It gets
You get
removed.
copyright strike. So if you would like to see the full videos, maybe yell at YouTube, okay? Not my fault. If you want to follow us, you can follow us at We Wear Black Pod on all of our socials. I'm at Yasmine X on everything. That is I am Sophie K. And you can also email us, wewearblackpod@gmail.com. We have a podcast. We do a lot of things on the Knotfest channel as well. So take a gander, take a scroll, and have a nice day. Cool.
Okay,